official. I'm officially back. Please don't mind my crazy background right now. I'm working on getting a backdrop set up, so first things first, I'm going to prime my face with the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. Honestly, since I discovered this like moisturizer recently, I've been using it now with my makeup. It feels really nice. I do have like sensitive skin, so like I always have to be careful with the products that I choose. And this one just like, my skin just like soaks it up. I have combination skin, so this is definitely something that works for me. I don't know if it'll work for anyone else, but next I'm going to use the e.l.f. Illuminating Eye Cream. Then I'm going to use the Fenty Diamond Milk Gloss Balm. Wow, that was a tongue twister. To keep my lips somewhat, you know, hydrated until I do the liquid lip at the end. If you didn't know, I love that there is shea butter in this because my lips definitely need it. Next, I'm going to go in with my Morphe Brow Pencil in the shade Java. This is my new holy grail for a more affordable brow pencil. I was buying brow wiz like any other person, but after a while, like $21 a pop. It's a little pricey after a while, so for $4.50 I'll buy like 10 of these. Honestly, I've tried other ones and they're either too waxy or I don't like the way they come out, but the Morphe one is definitely a must for me. You know, I'm gonna break out my sticky mirror for this. Pretty even. This is definitely my filler brow, but we all have a brow that we prefer more than the other. Next, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I heard good things about this, so I just bought this today and I'm ready to try it right now. So let's see how it goes on here. Mine's is also in the shade Light Sand. Usually, I'm close to being the same color and everything so far. Trial and error, if not, I can always just get my right color. I love that this is a hydrating concealer because even though the Shape Tape has been my ride or die for years, it does seem a little bit drying for me, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques setting brush and I'm gonna kind of buffer the edges of this. Don't mind if you hear my boyfriend, he has a cold and he's suffering. Next, I'm going to go in with the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 2 to prime my eyes. Next, I'm just going to go in with a clean blending brush. This is the Morphe R38 and I'm just going to go right over that with it and just to tap off any excess product that could be on my eye. So I will be using the Morphe James Charles Artistry palette. The first color I'm going to dip into is Pinkity Drinkity, and that's going to go right into my crease. And I'm using a Morphe E23 blending brush. Next, in the James Charles palette, I'm going to dip into the color Love That. And I'm using a Morphe E22 blending brush. Now, just to diffuse those edges, I'm going to go back in with Pinkity Drinkity with the same brush I used before. Next, with that same E22 brush, I'm going to go into the James Charles palette again with the color Single. I'm going to go and deepen in that crease. So I still think I want to deepen this even more in the crease, so I'm going to go in with the color Escape. I'm using a Morphe E18 brush. I'm adding in the color slowly because, you know, with dark colors you want to build it a little bit at a time. If you use too much of it at once, if you mess up, it's kind of hard to fix it. So now once again, I'm going to go back in with my Morphe E23 with Pinkity Drinkity and go over it all completely so it looks seamless. So next step, I'm going to go back in with my P. Louise base and I'm going to cut my crease. Not perfect. I'm not perfect, so we're all learning here. Now I'm still learning to cut my crease the right way, just because, as you can see, I have hooded eyes, so sometimes you can't see the cut crease, so I'm obviously bringing it up higher than like what my actual crease is. I'm going to go back in with this Morphe E19 brush and I'm going to bring that darker color I put in the crease, I'm going to bring it down here in the outer corner, and that color is Escape. I'm going to use my Lit Cosmetics glitter base on the part that we just cut the crease with here. And I'm just using any regular flat brush to apply the glue. And the glitter I'm going to be using is from Glow Up Academy, from fellow YouTuber Kiki Adams. And this glitter is called Party Girl. You can leave it like this if you want. There's nothing wrong with just leaving the glitter. I want to do eyeliner. Next time, don't be like me. Leave some space here for you to actually place the liner. But the reason why I like this one specifically is this brush tip is way different than any other one I've used. To blend my lashes together, I'm just going to use the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. I'm going to use the e.l.f. waterproof eyeliner and I'm going to highlight my eyes. So to conceal my pores, I'm going to go in with the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. So next for my foundation, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation and I'm in the shade 190. I'm going to be buffing that in with my Real Techniques Instapop face brush. This brush has changed my foundation game. I'm not even joking. Do you see how smooth this looks? It's crazy. I can't get over it. So next for my concealer, I'm going to go back in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I'm going to buff that in with the Morphe sponge. Next, I'm just going to set my under eye with my Nakia Joy setting powder, just so it doesn't crease on me. Next, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Stick in the shade Fawn. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques contour brush and I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to start contouring. So with that same Nikia Joy setting powder, I'm just going to take my e.l.f. powder brush and I'm just going to set the rest I'm just going to set the rest of the face. I'm going to take my Wet n Wild contouring palette and I'm just going to use the light shade for underneath my eyes, just to brighten it up a little bit. Now just to go over that contour a little bit more, I'm going to go in with a NYX blush and the shade Taupe. This blush is the perfect contour shade for pale girls if you ever want to know. This thing is bomb. And I'm just going to use any regular like face fluffy brush. So for blush, I'm going to use the Milani Powder Blush in the shade Tea Rose. And I'm going to use my Morphe M528 brush. So for my highlight, I want to be a little extra. And I'm going to use my Jeffree Star Extreme Frost in the shade Gag Me. This is my first time using this on film, but in case you guys haven't seen it already, it's magical. For those of you who do know about this highlight, you know a little bit goes a long way. So I'm literally like barely gonna touch it. My Cupid's bow. I'm gonna do a chin. I'm gonna do a smidge above my brow bone. My bottom lashes before I forget. And since I always forget to do this, I'm gonna just throw on some clear brow gel. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills. So for lips, I'm gonna go in with Colored Rain. If you guys never heard of this brand, their formula is amazing. Ugh, I can't even talk English. Their formula is amazing. Cherry Blossom is one of my favorite colors, but I ran out, and I think they're out of stock right now. But for this look, I wanted to stick with the pink. And this is in the shade Sorbet. First, I'm going to use the MAC Prep and Prime lip. And then I'm going to go in with the NYX lip liner in the shade Bloom. Now I'm going to go in with Sorbet. So now that I have the liquid lip on, I figured why not. So I have this Tarte gloss. It came in a set for a gift. They honestly don't have names on them, or I don't remember, but this is what it looks like. I'm just gonna place that over top of this. So to finish this off, I'm gonna use my Morphe Jeffree Star setting spray. Smells so good.